Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Tonight we're going to be doing Spitfire issue 58 and then Terminator 108. And here's one of my co-hosts, Dave Hobbies.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Fishbowl once again. We're here in the Fishbowl as normal, and we'll come to help Adrian build his Spitfire and his Terminator. Hope you enjoy the show tonight, and let's hope we can have a successful build, eh?
Yes. And here's Gordy Dave.
Evening, everybody. Two good builds to be done tonight, so I hope everybody enjoys them builds. So let's crack on.
Yes.
And as the ticker tape says down below, it's Eagle Squadron time again.
And, I'll be doing the chat first because we're doing the Spitfire first.
Yeah, and I'll be doing the instructions, and Adrian will be doing the building.
Right, so
and the cuckoo will be in the background as well.
Yeah. Running late.
Running late cuckoo.
Okay, then we'll start. The old goes on my computer, what I'm seeing first, I might see. Dave Mack.
Yes, I see it.
Good evening, Eagle Squadron. Looks like another sortie tonight. We're not on the way. Teach them a lesson, guys.
Hello, Dave Mack.
Hi, Dave Mack.
Silver goes to Warren James. Hi, all. Hope everyone is safe and well.
Hello, Warren.
Hello, Warren.
And bronze goes to Mark Mods. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Then we'll have Dave's Hobbies. Hello, everyone. How Dave?
Hello, hello, hello.
And then P40F20. Hi ho, Captain Langley, sir. You and the lads in Eagle Squadron off to give the Jerry Blighters a good drumming and a what good hunting.
Hello, P40F20.
Hello, P40F20.
P40F20 again. To your case, chaps, we fly and fight for king and country and caramel wafers.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Hello, P40F20 from me. Dano Bills, hello, everyone. Hi, Dano.
Hello, Dano.
Hi, Dano.
Love Minis, hi all. Hi, Love Minis.
Hello, Minis.
And P40F20. Mess Sergeant, do fresh some tea and caramel wafers for good Captain C and his good lady. There's a good chap.
Thank you very much indeed, P40F20. He was a good lad. He brought me him.
Love Minis, yeah.
Yeah.
Fleetwood G, good evening. All hope everyone is okay and good luck with your build, Adrian.
Hello.
Hi, Fleetwood.
And there. P40F20. Do not ask for whom the cuckoo calls. It calls for thee. And Yorkshire Crafter, hello everyone.
Hello, Julie.
And that's
Julie.
Marvellous, lovely. Thank you ever so much for commenting, and it's always appreciated as always. Thank you. And we'll get cracking on building when you're ready, Adrian.
Yes. Yeah, let me change my camera.
Okay. Cameras are a bit like mine tonight, a bit slow. My camera was a bit slow earlier.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so we're doing issue 58 of Build the Model Spitfire Mark 1A, and tonight we'll be connecting the cable for the wing flaps tonight. And so we're going to need a parts checklist when you're ready, Adrian.
Yep.
There's a little bit more chat before we carry on.
Yeah, Izzy Harris. Hello, chaps. Looking forward to seeing you in the sky. Carry on building.
Hello, Izzy. Thanks for joining us.
Hi,
all the way from South Africa. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll start on the parts checklist. You tell me when, Adrian.
So I'm just grabbing out the tray basically already.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we're connecting the cable for the wing flaps, and the parts checklist is as follows: 5801, end of left wing flap.
And that is plastic.
Oh, jolly good. Jolly good show. Okay, so that's 5801. 5802 is the hinge for left wing flap.
Yes.
It's a strange looking hinge as well.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So 5803 is cable fixings for left wing A and B.
Right.
So one will be the D-shaped one. That's the right one. On the left-hand side, there is A.
Yes, that's A. That's B. Yes.
And that's B. Yeah. Okay. Then we've got 5804, end of right wing flap.
If I get it right. Well.
Okay.
And nice detail print on it. Oh yes.
Strange pieces they are. This week. Yeah, very strange indeed. So 5805, hinge for right wing flap.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I don't know how we get assembled in the aircraft.
Yeah, it's and then 5806 is cable fixings for right wing C and D.
Yeah, I think that's C and that's D, probably, yes.
That's C and that's D. Yes, that's correct, that way.
Where you working out where the through is, sort of thing?
Yeah, I was, yeah. So, and then 5807, 2 hinge pins.
Right, there's one of them.
Uh-huh.
The other one's in the tray, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you because they are very, very fiddly, them hinge pins.
Yes.
And then we've got 5808, 3 2 times 4 millimeter. Sorry, 5808, 3 2 times 4 millimeter PWM screws and 1 spare. And these are new, aren't they?
Yes.
PWM.
I've got 2 here because I've already put the spare ones away, so that's why I'm only showing you 2 at the moment, guys.
Yeah, you do. You only need 2, don't you? So then we've got 5809, 3 2 times 6 millimeter PWB screws and 1 spare. And that's another new screw, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah,
got a Franz, a fixed washer on it, sort of thing.
Fixed washer on the end, yeah. I see that. Yeah, jolly good. So then we've got 5810. And that's 1.4 by 3 millimeter PM screws and 1 spare. So there's 2 of them.
Yes, and you'll find that's the smallest screw we've got at the moment.
Ah, yeah, 1.4 by 3 millimeter. Yes, they are, aren't they, at the moment? Right, and then we've got 5811, and that's a caramel wafer.
Special part.
Special part.
Yes.
And we'll have Fleetwood G. Loving the additional parts included, but you're missing the T-urn. LOL.
Right.
You'll have the T-urn up next week.
Okay.
I thought someone might comment. I didn't expect that sort of comment.
So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing it in a special order. And there is a reason for that, and we will come to that a bit later on. So the special order is we're going to be doing 1, 2, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 10. Okay, so we're going to be doing it in that order tonight, and you'll find out why. Adrian will explain that in a little while when we get building. So here we go. Step 1. And that is fit the 2 flanges with holes on the side of the hinge for the first left wing flap 5802 into the slots in the wing flap section 5801 as indicated.
Yeah, so basically it sorts in like so. So while Dave was talking the instruction, I was getting roughly the right angle. They sort of like slotting like so.
Yeah, that looks about right to me. And then
Yep.
so step 2 is fit a hinge pin 5807 through the first hole on the hinge 5802, then through the tubular section of the wing flap section 5801 and into the second hole in the hinge 5802. Note that the smooth end of part 5807 goes in first. Use the point or a pair of fine nose pliers or similar to push the pin firmly in place.
Right. Yes. I'm holding the bare end first. So basically, let's get that in there.
Sorry about that. I had a cough.
Right. So I try and work out how to hold this and try and feed the pin through everything, basically.
Yeah. You may need something to help push it through.
It's when I got the first hinge part linked to the other piece, it'd be a lot It's just initially getting it started for the first 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I'm going to use my long nose pliers. And
Yeah.
I wish the pin was slightly longer, so basically when it goes through, it's like it sticks out the other end.
Yeah.
Almost gauges the other part before you actually end up pushing it through.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Right.
Are you happy with that, Adrian?
Let's see if Yes, I think I'm happy with that.
Jolly good. And does it flap like it's supposed to do then? Flip up and down, perhaps? Yeah. Oh, yes. I see. Yeah. Yeah. Jolly good.
I'm just seeing if I can actually just push it in a little bit more.
While you're doing that, I'll go through this.
Yeah, go through the chat, Jody, Dave. Yeah, please.
After, brilliant. Fleetwood J. Got to be Yorkshire tea, nothing else. Fleetwood, Adrian, did you include the eating instructions? And Chris Camlin, hi everyone, eating fish and chips.
Oh, Chris Camplin.
Hi Chris, hope you enjoy them.
Right, okay, yeah, that's step 1 and step 2, organised by CS.
Okay, right. So we're now at the part where we move on to step 8, and that's because, Adrian?
It's saying you get the aircraft up, putting the black one on, and putting the aircraft away to do the green one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, because we all don't have enough space to work on. So Adrian has very kindly looked at the magazine and thought, I wonder which bits we can do without the aircraft beforehand, and we can help you guys to assemble these little bits and then bring the aircraft into play a bit later on. So step 8, and that is
before we start, if anyone's not keen the way I actually do it, please do make a comment. If you say, no, I'm not keen on it, I'd like you to do it in correct order.
yeah, that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm only doing roughly where I'm thinking, right, okay, anyone else who's got a small space, that's why I tend to do certain steps first. I might miss a couple of steps, do another 2 steps, then go back to them. I'm thinking like anyone, if they've got a small space, you know, like
Yeah.
if your main model's on the top shelf of a bookcase, you're storing it there.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Step out, please.
Okay, step 8 is fit the flanges with holes on the hinge 5805 into the slots at the ends of the tubular section of the wing flap section 5804 as indicated. And I think that's exactly the same as what you did with the other one, Adrian. You slot them in, play.
Yeah, but it's just like a mirror image. That's what we're doing. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're doing the other side, of course.
Yes. Right. Okay. Hopefully, I'm holding that to roughly. I can almost slide the pin in.
Okay, so step 9 is fit the second hinge pin 5807 through the first hole in part 5805, through the tubular section of part 5804 and into the second hole in part 5805. Note that the smooth end goes in first. Push the hinge pin in firmly in place.
Right. Yes. Let's see if I can get this one in through. Oops.
And that's a couple out here. Fleetwood J. The instructions are never thought out, so you do it what's easier for you. If it means doing all the stages and then fitting afterward in a different order, as long as they all fit with no problems. And 340 F20, whatever assembly order works best for you, you still get the job done in the end.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, it's you read the instructions and right. Exams. They always said read all the questions, then go through. They used to say, well, do all the easy questions first off, then do the harder ones. Right. Yeah. I wish. So I'm just making sure that that pin there, basically where they've got the rough edges in flush,
Okay.
that is in perfect.
Okay, so that was step 9. And we're now going back to step 3. So you're going to need your aircraft, Adrian.
Yes, I'm just moving all parts slightly out the way.
And love minis just put a dot.
Perhaps you was trying to type something in probably. Oh, I meant probably enter deleting.
Okay. So when you're ready, we'll carry on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so step 3 then. Step 3 is place the model assembly on your worktop and identify the fixing point for the wing flap section and hinge. In the gap at the inner end of the left-hand wing flap, 5401 circled, with the wing flap slightly downwards, fit the pin at the end of part 5401 into the socket on the wing flap section 5801 above right. Flap the hinge 5802 down so that the holes in the hinge fit over the raised sockets on the left wing. The grooved arm of the hinge fits over the cable of part 4801 right. Wow, that is some instruction.
Yes, basically,
It lost
yes,
me.
it's going in this area here.
Yeah, it did lose me.
Yeah, that black thing at the side's going to go to the hole of that.
Yeah, that's hole that pin's got to go into. So basically, you got to try and connect that up. Somehow, then slip it on.
So with the wing flap slightly downwards, fit the pin at the end of part 5401 into the socket of the wing flap section.
Then you have to bring it slightly up to get that section. Hang on.
Into place, yeah.
And make sure you don't trap the cord underneath it. Okay.
Okay, so that's step 3. Step 4 is use a PWM 2 times 4mm screw to fix the hinge section 5802 in place as indicated. So that's one with a big washer on top, is it?
Yep.
A PWM screw.
Is that the short one? No, that's the short one, isn't it?
PWM 2 times 4mm.
For me, yeah. So
PWM.
I don't know what I've done with my screwdriver.
Couple of little bits of chat.
Nobody says, sorry, my cat. If your cat wants that, that's okay.
That's okay, love minis.
That's okay, love minis.
And Paul Jordan, hi to you guys. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul Jordan.
Love Willie's cat wants to get in on the action.
Aye.
Well, the cat still needs to go back to school. Learns its English.
Yeah.
It knows how to put a full stop out.
Yeah, it does.
Right, okay, that's screwed in nicely.
Okay. So
Right.
step
Before we move
5.
on for a moment,
Okay.
I am going to use a clamp here. And as I got the cardboard stand, I am going to actually clamp it underneath there to actually keep that flap up.
Yeah, I see.
More purposely wide later.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Adrian. Okay, so we're on to step 5. And step 5 is take part A from the frame 5803 and fit the anchor on the end of the fan wire cable 5710 into part A so that the wire runs through the slot as indicated. The photo below shows the cable threaded into part A.
Right.
Okay.
While Dave reading that out, I was actually busy cutting that part off.
Cutting it off, yeah. So now we've got to run the cable through it.
Yep. Well, cable more like a string sort of thing.
Yeah. Believe it has got a squared end on there, hasn't it? So they're for the wheels, aren't they?
Yeah. Also, yeah. Just like the wheels one, but it's
Yeah, the wheels one was more of a metal cable wise. Right, okay. I've thread that through. Step 6, please.
Step 6. Step 6 is position part A on the shaped recess and raised screw socket on the wing flap 5401. Adjust the fine wire cable so that the anchor on the end is clear of the screw hole and arranged vertically as shown. Use a PM 1.4 by 3 mm screw to fix part A in place, anchoring the end of the fan wire cable. Note that the fan wire cable runs through the groove and into the arm of the hinge part of 5802 yellow arrow. Yeah, I
Right.
see exactly where it goes now, yeah. This is very fiddly.
Yeah. I'm going to have it through a lot more until I get the screw in. And hopefully I can pull the cord back. What I'll do is just loosen the screw again.
I don't think this model is very complicated and it could have been easily made than what it is.
Yeah, it could have been, yes. Right.
okay. I'll hit some of the straps. Love buddies, yes, ideal. Paul Jordan had an email today from Hachette. My issues 107 and 110 for the T-800 on its way.
Jolly good.
Great. And 340 at 20. I feel more confident that the flap will work properly with this arrangement, much better than the similar system for the landing gear.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Okay, that's... Let me have a look at this. Hopefully that's in there. All right. I'll find out later. There's a little nodule sticking up, basically. It depends how other people's done it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right, step 7.
Step 7 is take part B from the frame, 5803. Identify the fixing point for it on the frame of the left wing, 2301. Note the orientation of the ridge on the top of part B, yellow arrow. Slots in the bottom of the part fit over the ribs in the front in the frame, red arrow. The diagram on the right shows the part in place.
Right.
Let's see.
I'm going to move my under the caves. There you go. I've just unclipped my caves from there so I can move them all out of the way.
Yeah.
So they go through there. But I've tied my caves up, basically, try and keep them tidily.
Yeah.
Right. Let me just clip off the other part. Yes, this part goes on that hole there. And you got a raised section basically, and you got 3 cut out sections to fit over those ridges.
Yeah.
Right, that's pushed on there nicely.
Okay. There's nothing to hold it on then.
Now, if you actually you'll find if you move on to the next
Later on.
later on. Yes, later on we fix that on.
Okay, right. So we've done sections 8 and 9. So now we're on to section 10.
Yes.
And section 10 is, as described for the left wing, fit the right wing flap section 5804 and hinge 5805 in place next to the end of the right wing flap 5501. Fit the pin on part 5501 into the socket in part 5804, blue arrow. Then flap the hinge at 5805 down so that the raised sockets on the wing fit into the holes in the hinge section circled. The groove arm of part 5805 fits over the cable of part 5101. Fix the hinge in place with a PWM 2x 4mm screw as shown. Wow.
And these are silver screws because the 2 parts bit screwing them in is actually metal.
Yeah. So they're the silver screws with big washers on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Put that pin in place. Same again. Try to engage that flap onto there. Right. Okay, look. Now put that one on.
Usually when you've put one on, it's easier to put the other one in, isn't it?
But we only got one screw to fit this on, basically, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you've done one, you know how to do the second one, basically.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to do it the other way around, and that's because the parts on this side, you can see them easily in the magazine and in illustrations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Whereas the black parts, you can't see them very well.
Yes. Yes, you wish you'd actually done the green side. Then you know, right, okay, a mirror image sort of thing. Same again, I'm going to get another clamp and clamp underneath this one and keep this one up while I'm working on it.
Okay.
Now, see, it holds up while you try and get a screw in.
Yeah.
Okay, step 11, please.
So step 11 is take part C from the frame 5806 and thread the anchor on the end of the fan wire cable 5710 through part C so that the wire runs through the slot as indicated. And they're using a fine pair of tweezers there, I've noticed, to hold the fan wire.
You'll find they're probably using a pair of tweezers so they can actually show it off a bit more.
Yeah.
They're probably using tweezers to sort of like show it off so you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Demonstration wise. Right, and set that one in through the hole there. I know you haven't read the instructions, but I know how to insert it on there basically while I wait you to read step 12.
So step 12 is fit part C in place on the right wing flap and pull the fan cable 5710 so that the anchor is clear of the screw hole in part C and arranged vertically as shown. Fix part C in place with a PM 1.4 by 3 millimeter screw. So with the tiny silver screw.
Yeah, let's see. Can I get that little nodule sit down in the hole there?
Yeah, I see what's happening there now. Yeah, I think it will be a better working out of things with that than the landing gear. I do agree, P40.
But the landing gear, what you seem to think is too thick, and it'll suffer memory effect.
Yeah.
Where this one's just like a string, and I would just go back and forth, no problem.
I think they use the metal one because then it unwinds. It more pushes the wheels down, helps to push them down again.
Yeah.
That's why they probably use the metal one there. And this one here, as most of the wheel, these parts are metal. They're more like gravity working.
Yeah.
They would have to make the wheels more heavier by making them out of metal more.
Yes, of course, they would bring them down more, wouldn't they?
Right. I don't know if you meant to feed that in the hole there. It's a bit tricky. I'm trying to keep it in camera wise. Probably after the show, I'll probably undo that screw and see if I can push that there and put the screw in.
Yeah.
Same side as the other side, basically.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So part 13 is take part D from the frame 5806 and fit it on to the right wing frame 2501. The slots on the side of part D fit over the rib of the frame as shown below. Note the positions of the rib on the rim of part D, yellow arrow. So yeah, there's a rim on top of it, and you have to note the position of that.
The rim always go up towards the lights, basically. Same with the black one.
Yeah. You see, that rim is more prominent on the green one than what it is on the black one, isn't it?
Yes, you can see it more because
it's
easier to see. Right. Okay. Plus, that rim base is a guideline, and when you put the screw in it, it's the surface where the screw screws into the surface.
Yeah.
You'll find.
So then you're now on to step 14, and step 14 says returning to the left wing, fit the fine wire cable 5710 around the rim of part B. Fix in place with a PWB 2x6 millimeter screw as shown. So it goes
Now
under
you
that.
probably realise why I actually keep the clamps on, because then it keeps the cable nice and
Yeah.
loose.
Yes. So then you can adjust that around the.
And plus, when you put them on, make sure the cable's not caught underneath.
Yeah.
And groove like this. Right.
And that's the PWB screw, 210 6mm.
Yes, it's the longest ones of the lot, basically. Right. Okay. That was in nicely.
Okay.
You can't really see it much because it's all in black. You're
Yeah.
probably on when I do the other side.
Yeah. So we've got a tip first of all before step 15, and the tip says you will need to use a pair of tweezers to fit the fan wire cable around part D. Ensure that the cable is fitted correctly in the grooves in the arms of the hinge parts. Okay. And then step 15, it says on the right wing, fit the fan wire cable around the rim of part D, ensuring that it is running through the groove in the hinge 5805 blue arrow. Use a PWB 2x6mm screw to hold the cable in place.
Right. As I got the clamps holding the flaps up, the cables that might be a bit loose, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
I can easy enough use my fingers to slot it in there, because it's nice and loose. Because anyone hadn't got any clamps where they can't flick at the wing, you might need to use some tweezers to get it in the groove and hold it there.
And more mods, the cable will be a little slack when finished.
Yeah.
Yes. Just making sure, yes. In the groove, and yes, it does run free moving. Okay.
Okay, well, step 5811 is to take caramel wafer, unwrap it, and eat it. And
Thank you, Dave.
that's because now we've got completed work. We've the wing flap sections have been fitted to the right and left wings, and the cable that operates the wing flaps has been fitted. Well done, Adrian.
Right. Yes, that little plastic nodule, that metal nodule is sticking there. I don't know if you can actually fit it in there underneath there or not.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to re-look at it and examine it a bit more.
Yeah. And your parts for next week are a frame for the fuselage unscrews.
Yes. Do we end up fitting that on the aircraft, or
Yeah.
onto the cockpit have we got already?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What says, well, that is due to the rubber cardboard start. And Love Mini says, congrats. So,
Yeah,
when you've got that on, Adrian, are they supposed to go right down like that?
As far as I know, yes.
So that's issue 58 completed.
Yes. As far as I know, that's how they're meant to be, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to make sure They both have to be level because there's no way of. Yeah, they're both nicely loose at the moment.
I suppose they need to wind onto the motor to take up some tightness.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it depends how high they'll raise up. They'll probably going to be like that.
Yeah.
And it's designed when you want to brake. That's when they drop them.
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay, P40F20. Well done, Captain Langley. Give the Hun a good what for.
Jolly good. Yes, we did.
Okay, we're now going to transfer over to the Terminator. And I'll be handing the chat over to Dave.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll turn my light on. I don't know if you want to change. Oh, we're now live from Skynet. Okay. Well, this one is we're going to affix rock details and searchlight to the first base section.
Let me just move things around here for a moment, guys. And they all come in a nice cardboard box. And these two was in a plastic bag inside there, and this was in a plastic bag.
Okay, so I'll give you so we'll go through the part list. 1081.
Yep.
First base panel.
Yes, I wonder how many panels we're going to get for Terminator base. Actually, getting that in the correct way model, that is that way around.
And 2 is a large rock detail.
Large rock detail, and that could be like a fixing point onto the big model.
And 3 is a smaller rock detail.
Yes. Hopefully we don't have millions of small rocks details to put on.
And you will also need searchlight assembly from issue 107, super glue and a cocktail stick.
Right. Yes, there's searchlight one last one where it's assembled it basically. I just popped it back in there to keep it nice and safe.
Okay, step 1. Identify the hole in the base where the searchlight assembly will fit. Thread the cable of the searchlight through the hole. Note that the stand of the searchlight 1079 has 2 slots that should align with the raised ribs on the inside of the hole.
Right. I don't know which way around this space is going to be, but you got a screw and you got a nut. The way of me looking at the thing, it looks like the screw end is this way to it. I'll find out more later. I might have to turn it around. Actually, go and put it that way because I reckon that'll be more the front of it. I don't know at the moment. We'll know more at the end.
Step 2, squeeze the sides of the part of 1079 together and push it into the hole.
Yeah, they don't exactly say which way around to put it on.
And it just says, step 3, once in place, the searchlight can be rotated a few degrees and tilted up and down.
Yes.
Okay, if you'd like to highlight the chat, we've got one more in the chat. And that's Fleetwood J. Time to get your rocks on.
Right. Okay, that's nice and clipped in. Yes. And I said, I put the screw head this side and the nuts on that way.
Okay, step 4. Take the larger rock and check the fit in the recesses in the base. Apply super glue around the sides of the large peg on part 1081 and fix the rock in base. But there's an extra tip. When applying super glue, it is advisable to spread the glue around the sides of the peg rather than in the recesses.
Okay. Well, that's going to fit on there, and that needs to be held on. I am going to actually get a nice large rubber band and hook it over there like so. Because when I can put that one in place, I can put the rubber band on there and it can hold it down. That's why I've put the rubber band there.
Therefore, step 5 is hold the rock in place until the glue has dried.
I thought I might use a rubber band and I can then move on to the next step where it is drying. Get glue in the tray there. Actually, I know my glue's dry, but I'm going to squeeze a bit on there. And doing it this way instead of what they're doing, because it makes it slightly quicker. Right, okay. Got some glue around the edges.
I'm going to do some dry brush on them.
Gas. Then I'm going well, that's on there. There you go. I'm going to use a rubber band to hold that down. So,
Okay, step 6. Check the fit of the smaller rock in the base. Apply glue around the side of the peg and fix the rock in place.
okie doke.
Just to make sure you do check and see it always step. The smaller rock leads against the large rock, leaving a gap underneath.
Yes, I was having a look at that earlier. Best off, basically, you need to get the other one glued on so you can use. So you can make sure it's settled in. So, same again. I'm going to pour some glue onto this, squeezing the tube gently, get some out because it's a bigger surface as compared to other times you need it. Glues around the surface and insert this one. not going on to then. Hold that one down. There we go.
And that's stage complete. Rock details and searchlight have been fitted to the beast. Now it goes a nice easy one, nice.
Oh yeah. Yes, I think a couple of these stages are going to be nice and easy for a little while.
I'm going to show what's next week.
Next week's.
And next week we'll continue work on the base and assemble a second searchlight.
I reckon the head might fit there. I'm not positive, but it could fit there. I reckon that where that might go. Or we might go on the next base section. I don't know until I get that magazine.
Whew. So that's that done and dusted.
Right.
Brilliant. Lovely job. So you had an easy one tonight, Dave.
Yep.
So in the chat we've got Lovemaniz, and she's put rubber band man in building. And then Dave Mack says great show, and the two builds well done, Adrian.
Thank you.
Jolly good.
Yeah, I wonder how that issue was going to go, basically. After I seen the image, okay, piece of plastic. By looking underneath there will be probably a couple of section screws probably going underneath.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Will it be stood on them rocks then?
It's going to be stood on that.
It's going to be probably, its feet going to be sort of like sitting somewhere. I won't know exactly where we meant to stick them. It could be like, because there is a hole there.
Yeah.
That could be for the framework to come out. It could be, I don't know at the moment.
Yeah.
That's where the hole could be.
Yeah.
Right, a bit more chat coming in.
Okay, let's go for it. So P40F20 says, jolly good show. Eagle Squadron, off to debrief now, lads. Tea and caramel wafers for after. Thank you very much. P40F20 then says, all watching, hit the thumbs up button. Yes, please, because we do like a good thumbs up. And Dave Mack says, I'm not too sure about that cable for the left wing, for the wing flaps. It looks too brittle. Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? They only have to move them up and down, so it's not that crucial, really.
It depends what function you use to actually raise up and down with.
Yeah, and it did say I'm working on earlier versions, and it did say don't be tempted to try them out. You know, by all means, try your motors out separately, but don't be tempted to try anything out until it's all together.
Yes, because you haven't got a circuit board. You've got like this little switch where you put the control going one way. If you had a little switch that you convert the negative positive the other way, then the motor will actually go reverse.
Yeah, exactly.
That function wise, so we can do that.
Yeah, that's it.
Hopefully, when we get to some motor circuit board, we're allowed to test the working sort of thing before we put the top wings on.
I'm hoping not to do that before we close the wings up.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So tight adjustments.
Yeah, a little bit more chat, Dave. Bottom one. P40F20 says the cable for the wing flaps is much better than the cable for the landing gear. Okay, I haven't actually got that far yet, but yeah, I mean, I've obviously got the parts bar 58. So
I think the more put the landing gear as a more wire effect, because when it unwinds, it more pushes the wheels down.
Yeah,
Because most of the wheels and the carriage is actually made of plastic, not metal.
yeah,
But
yeah,
these are metal. That's why it's probably done by a string, because you've got the gravity working with it
yeah. I
more.
reckon so. Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm bringing up the rear with this Spitfire. I'm on issue 38, I think it is now. So I've got 38 to do, I think it is, and that's the guns on the wings. So I'm creeping up steadily. So I'm only 20 behind you, Adrian, at the moment. So, but I'll probably be 24 behind you if the other ones come.
One behind you, because I've got what you've done tonight, because you've got my aircraft.
So yeah, I'm getting there and I'm enjoying every minute of it. It's brilliant. So I did 12 issues in one go the other night, the other day, should I say, and I wasn't feeling too good cold wise. And I said to Chris, so I'm going in here and I'm going to sit near the radiator and I'm going to put the light on and everything and get me jacket on and just try and sweat this cold out a bit and get some building done. And I got 12 issues done in one go. So yeah. There's a bit more chat, George, Dave. And P40F20 says, I think the wire for the landing gear will snarl in the motor housing and not let the gear down. Yeah, that's quite possible as well. That's quite possible.
Well, we'll find. Yes, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. And the cuckoo's back again.
Mhm.
So we must have done a bang on an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just the schedule to do.
Schedule, yeah.
Right. Tomorrow's Thursday. At the moment, there's no one trying to go. Normally it's 4 weeks, but he's away at the moment, so. And Friday. Normally it's 4 weeks on a Friday, but I'm going to be doing a Lego build. The 75957, the Harry Potter, the Night Bus. And it's one of my Christmas gifts received. Then on Saturday, we have Chris Davies doing a Jaguar. And he's put down issue 47 and maybe 48. That's at 8 o'clock. Well, my London bus, night bus, will be 7 o'clock, by the way, guys. Sorry for mentioning that. Chris Davies will be at 8 o'clock Saturday. Sunday, we have Mark Mouse, Dave Hobbies, Boydie Daves. They're all doing a dual stream at 8 o'clock. Can we to announce the title of the show, please?
Yeah, the title is The Northern Model Builders, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Monday, we have Chris Davies, and he's saying he's doing Ector 1. At the moment, I don't know what issues at the moment. Then Tuesday, I am doing the Ferrari issue 36, the Syrian column. And that's at 7 o'clock. Then roll around Wednesday, 2 o'clock, we have the Diamond Painting Show. And that is show 39, and that's on Penny's Pit Stop and Yorkshire Crafter. They both do a stream because they've got different types of audience. At the moment, we might have Penny at 5 o'clock. She has not put it on the schedule at the moment. Probably do another cooking show. Well, we won't know until more of the time because you don't know what exactly she might be cooking at the moment. And then roll around Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I am doing the Park show again. Hopefully, I've received the issues. Spitfire issue 59, and Terminator 109. That again, it depends if I receive my Spitfire issues for the post, and I'm able to pick up the Terminator from the shop. And that is the schedule for the week. And after that, it should hopefully be back again.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
Yes.
More chat.
So Pop Goes the Cuckoo from P40F20, yes. And P40F20 says Squadron Leader AFFIX is on a course. Yes, he's on a course. Yeah, jolly good. Yeah, he's. I think he's going to enjoy it as well.
He's on holidays.
Yeah, I think he's doing a sortie down in Devon, but he can't film it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, somewhere down there. So, right, jolly good.
Right. Goody Dave.
Okay, great show tonight, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Two good builds again put together. Don't forget to give Adrian a thumbs up and subscribe to these guys in the chat. If anybody's got channels on there.
Yes. And Dave Hobbies.
Thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a lovely night building, which I've thoroughly enjoyed, and I hope you lot have as well. So thanks for commenting, and please give Adrian a nice good thumbs up, and we'll see you on another stream sometime, probably Sunday night, I would have thought, if not before. So good night from me.
Yeah. Thank you both for helping. And here's my end credits, guys. If I can click on the right item. Goodbye.
You're welcome, Adrian. Goodbye now.